Hi everyone. I'm the Vern here,
And
and
I'm Ashley. Hi. That was a weird way to
absolutely.
wave. Hi.
It was. Let me. All right.
I'm weird.
Oh
What can I say?
no, you are good. Okay, let's do this right now because I need. Oh, can I not have my audio on here? So I'm recording this on our Riverside, and I thought for sure I would have the options for. Oh, there is my media. Okay, so
Find
media.
it.
I got to do this, Ashley. All right, since
Okay.
we're here, I got to play this. Let's do this here.
Do it.
Make sure my left is on here.
This podcast may contain explicit language, mature topics, and possible spoilers. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I love the advisement.
From the art house to the multiplex, physical media, and streaming. Welcome to the Cinema Recall Podcast.
I like that you're opening, Vern.
Here are your hosts, the Vern and Ashley.
Hey,
Hey. How are you, my dear?
hello, Ashley. Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to this Cinema Recall podcast. This is a very kind of short episode right now.
That's
We
Turn that off.
very happy. It's been a while since you've been here, Ash. Very happy to have you on here. Happy to have everyone here right now. This is going to be probably our first sort of bonus episode for the Rabbit Hole podcast because
Ooh, all right.
we are moving our show to rabbitholepodcast.com. So you're going to be
Wow.
seeing a lot of our shows and whatnot over on their network. We're still keeping all of our stuff over on our YouTube page, and we're still keeping our Patreon page. Again, patreon.com/cinemarecallpod, where we can bonus episodes and everything right there. Today's episode is going to be short. We are talking about The Fall Guy. The most
Yeah.
recent movie starring Ryan Gosling and
Emily Blunt.
and Hannah Waddington. Is that how I pronounce her name? I just know her from Ted Lasso, but I don't.
Yeah. I don't know.
But this movie came out just this year, directed by David Leitch, who was a stunt
Himself?
performer.
A stunt performer,
Yeah,
yes.
he's a performer based on the hit sitcom from the 70s with Lee Majors. And I'll tell you
Lee
what, now, folks,
Majors.
I never saw the TV show. Have you?
No.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody about The Fall Guy, and they were like, I used to watch that when I was a kid with Lee Majors. And I was like, well, he makes a little an appearance at the end of the movie, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. Can you tell our watchers out there just a little bit about the plot of this movie? Just a
Sure.
little snippet. Okay.
So it's about Ryan Gosling, who is a stunt performer, and he works for a stunt guy. He's a stunt guy for this particular actor. And then he gets injured on the job, and he disappears. But then he gets brought back for a film that his he was seeing. I'm shitty at doing this, Vern. I don't know why you make me do it. I'm terrible. Emily Blunt was his love interest. He gets hurt. He disappears. She gets an opportunity to film a movie that she wrote and direct. She gets to direct it, and they kind of trick him into coming back to work for her.
And I should mention too, Ashley, he doesn't just get hurt. He almost like dies.
He almost died.
He was doing this one stunt, and Aaron Taylor Johnson
Thank you. Yes.
is the guy he's doing stunt work for, and they put him into this harness, and something happens with the harness. It's supposed to be this big stunt where he's falling backwards, and some harness doesn't get hooked up correctly, and he falls, and he breaks his back, and is out of commission for like a long time.
18
And-
months.
Yeah. I think the thing with Emily Blunt is I think they had like a one night stand type of thing.
Oh,
And-
no. No, he didn't.
Did they?
It wasn't a one night stand. They were hooking up. It wasn't like
I thought they did hook up.
was-
I thought they hooked up, but then he
They
didn't call her
did.
back.
they did,
So-
but then she wanted to be there for him when he fell and was injured, and he didn't want to be the injured person in her. He didn't want to be that person. He wanted to be. So, and they weren't like officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but they were definitely seeing each other. It was more than just a crush. It was they were in a relationship, whether or not it was, lined up like, hey, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. They, if you remember, when they were taught right before his injury, they were talking about going on a vacation together. Like, let's go to the beach and be together.
See, I just took
And
that as they just had a work fling
No,
that happened.
it was more
And
than a
she
work
would've-
fling.
Okay.
It was more than a work fling.
Oh.
But they were
yeah,
very
yeah.
much into each other.
But while he's on set with her, she's making this big space epic movie, and then the star of the feature disappears, and so Hannah Waddington's character, Hannah Waddingham, she hires Ryan Gosling's character to find out exactly what happens to Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, and
Yeah.
whole bunch of
And it's a setup. It's a setup.
so
It's a mystery. It's a romance. It's a comedy. The witty banter is fantastic, and it's a comedy. It's great.
I think the chemistry between both Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt was actually really good. I
Mhm.
really like their comic timings very much. I want them to have like more of a sitcom. Like I wish this was sort of the setup to a series,
Hmm.
like the show is, and
Yeah.
I would love that very much. The stunt work is amazing.
Phenomenal.
I love
Yep.
I love the fact too, Ash, that they used a lot of like real stunt people. This is a love letter to the stunt community, and brilliant. The only thing I wish they had just a cameo appearance from Jackie Chan and Zoe Bell. Just quick little like waving by, because those are two pinnacles of the stunt community.
Sure.
Have them in there. So, but I still thought it was great. I love at the end they showed you all the outtakes.
Yeah, that was
of
really
what's
cool.
happening, which is very cool. And I'm hoping. I really wish this movie kind of did better at the box office, because
I did not do well.
not as well as it should have.
That's a bummer.
Didn't.
It's
Yeah,
a gem. It really is.
And the thing I didn't want to like, but I did, was the multiple uses of "I Was Made for Loving You" by Kiss.
Yes.
I just thought for sure I would get sick of that song.
Well, because somebody told you, right, that they were going to overuse it. I didn't think it was overused. I loved it. Every moment that they used it and every version that they used was perfect.
Yeah, because you have the original version, and then you have like this orchestric version happening,
Mhm.
and then you have like this love song version of it as well. It was absolutely
So good.
magnifique.
Fabulous. Yeah. Agreed.
And what was I gonna say there too? But yeah, that's basically what I have to say about The Fall Guy.
Go
I
see
know
it.
It's streaming.
I know it's not in theater anymore, but download it. Download it. So good.
There's like an extended cut.
Oh,
of the movie
I would love to
that-
watch that.
So they watched that there. Another movie I think we should watch for next time we get together is Hitman. The one with
Oh, I just started watching that.
Is it good?
I watched half of it yesterday. I'm going to finish watching it today. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good so far. It's very good.
I want to see that because it's from Richard Linklater, who did School of Rock and
Oh.
Dazed and Confused. And
I can
so, yeah.
see it. It's the writing is really great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell, without any spoilers, Ash, because I know nothing about this movie except Glenn Powell and the director. So give me
Glenn
just
Powell
a
is
basic.
Fab. So he's Glenn Powell is a psychology teacher. He's
Okay.
kind of like your basic, like, he wears jorts and a polo, and he's really into like teaching these college kids about psychology, and he's a big old nerd.
Okay.
But for a side gig, he makes electronics for he makes little electronics for the police department to use in stings. And he'll like work in the van and help collect audio and stuff. And one of their quote unquote hitmen, which is really a police officer, he gets put on leave for some poor behavior, and they stick Glenn Powell in. And how the way they have him, because there's like a narration of what he thinks of the whole thing going on throughout the movie. So he's pretending to be a hitman.
Oh,
and it's really interesting. And it's super good.
All right. Well, that is on my watch list. Definitely to watch tonight. Very
And
cool.
he uses his psychology, his interest in psychology, to like play into these people that are trying to hire him. It's really funny.
Okay. You got me sold on that one. Yeah, very cool. The only recent movie that I saw was Challengers, the new one from Luca Guadagnino.
What is that about?
Okay, so I had to look. I'm looking this up right now because I gotta find out the name of the cast members here. Don't go back. Go, damn it. No, I don't want here. No, I don't want. Sorry, because I know it says it's Zendaya in there, and I'm just trying to remember the name.
Oh yeah, that's the one with Zendaya. Yeah, she's awesome.
So, Zendaya and Mike Faust and Josh O'Connor. So Mike Faust and Josh O'Connor, they play these two best friends who played tennis together. They're rivals.
Oh, that's friends. Right. I know what it. Yeah, can continue.
So the whole movie is structured around this big tennis match between these two. Like they're now rivals, and the movie kind of goes back and forth between their relationship with this girl and this big tennis match, because it goes back to when they were like young adults and they meet this girl Zendaya. They both are crushing on her hard. They both are flirting with her. They both get her back to their room with them, and she manipulates something to get them to all like make out with her, and then she gets them to make out with each other, and then she's like, "All right, guys, bye. I'm leaving you." And
funny.
They each like pined for her. So one guy starts dating her. I'll call him the brown hair guy. He starts dating her. The blonde haired dude, he gets jealous, and then he starts saying, "This guy doesn't really love you. He just wants you for sex." And Zendaya's like, "Maybe that's just what I want. I just want sex. I don't want any big commitment or anything." And then later on, the blonde guy ends up marrying Zendaya, and that makes the brown hair guy get upset. And the blonde hair guy, he becomes like this big like tennis pro with all these promotions and money, and her family's super wealthy too, so they're well off. Meanwhile, the brown hair guy is living in his car. He basically has to flirt and seduce women just to have a place to stay for tennis tournaments.
Damn.
So he's trying to get her back, and the blonde hair guy is trying to keep their marriage together. It looks like Zendaya is going back to the brown hair guy. They start having sex again, and it almost feels like a film noir, and Zendaya's like this femme fatale, playing on these guys' emotions and whatnot. And then spoiler alert, somewhat though, at their tennis match, they're now rivals because he's fucking her and he's jealous. But at the end, they come together and they hug and they are friends. And Zendaya's like, "Yeah, I got them together." So I don't know if her plan was to seduce both guys so that they can end up together and in love. I don't know.
That's weird. Okay. I mean,
but it's got a go ahead.
Interesting. Okay.
It has a really great score from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who did the Social Network.
I do love Trent Reznor.
It's got this very it's almost like this soundtrack is a very danceable soundtrack score. It's really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And this movie actually did do surprisingly well at the box office too.
Okay. Well, I think Zendaya being in it probably helped.
I think now because
I can't imagine that's the plot line which is fine, but
Well, I just remember the trailers of this movie too, where they were gonna have like this threesome sex scene
Mhm.
going on, and that's what I want to see. I'm like, are they gonna have sex in this movie?
I
But
knew it.
it's
I
not
knew
that.
it.
Oh, and I was gonna say one more thing too. I was watching this video essay from Patrick H. Williams all
Mhm.
about are people been over fatigued by superhero movies, and it's all about bringing back
Yeah.
mid-budget
Yeah.
adult themed movies. And you can do a movie for don't have to be about $20 million. You can do
Yeah.
about $3 or $4 million and still make a profit on there. And I think now people are gonna start seeing those types of movies
Right.
because you can put them out to theaters, they won't cost that much money, and you'll make a good amount of profit in there, and then bring them out to streaming. So
Yeah.
like if a movie does well at the box office, it's probably gonna stay in theaters for a while. That's what Barbie did, like
Yeah.
as an example, even though it was a big budget movie, not as big blockbuster, but if you do a movie that has a small enough budget and makes its money back in a short little amount of time, then you can do that.
Right.
But I would recommend Challengers, maybe something to wait for like streaming.
Mhm.
It's just weird because it's all chronicalized around this tennis match. So then it goes back tennis match, and then 12 years later, and now back to present,
Oh.
and now back to this part. And so that was a little bit confusing.
So you
I
have to
wasn't
pay
quite sure.
attention.
But
So
you
someone
can-
like me who has ADHD, I can't leave the room. I have to
But-
watch.
You can tell because the blonde hair guy, he has longer blonde hair. And
Okay.
they all have like longer hair. It goes from like short hair to longer hair. So it's longer
Got it.
hair, I'm in the past. Short hair, I'm in the present. So Zendaya doesn't change her hair at once. She like is
Nah.
is the same girl. So in my mind, I'm thinking that she's like Doctor Who, to just like manipulate time.
Just time traveling. It's
Manipulate
fine.
time there. And then I picked up a movie from the library called The Blackening. That was
And what is that for?
so The Blackening is about so it's set on Juneteenth, and I'm gonna just list out some of the actors' names because a lot of these actors I don't really know them all that well. So
Yeah.
Chris Spires, Jermaine Fowler, Melvin Grade, Dwayne Perkins, Antoinette Robertson, all these like black actors, and
Mhm.
they go to this cabin for like a vacation, and they come across this game, and this game is called The Blackening, and it is the most like offensive, racist game
Oh
board they
my.
find there. And the idea of the game is to find out which one of them is the blackest. And if they don't answer the questions correctly, they are killed.
Oh my God, it's one of those.
And
I thought it was a comedy. No,
It is a horror comedy.
it is a horror comedy. Okay.
It is very much a horror comedy. I'm a little kind of torn on this one a little bit. I don't know. Being the fact I'm not the demographic person for this with my whiteness and all, but
You're so white, it's coming out your head.
but I found the cast members to be actually very good. I found the rating to be strong. This was based on, I guess, a short skit, and I'm curious now to watch the short skit and see
Okay.
what came of this. But it was actually pretty entertaining. It had some good moments there. It's not overly long, but yeah, I thought it'd be a fun little watch.
When people die in that movie, is it like super grotesque or they kind of die in funny ways?
I mean, well, the main villain that's hunting them is doing it with an arrow. So they shoot out arrows.
okay.
But
Good Lord.
there's no scenes of like arms being cut off or heads
Good.
being
Okay,
cut off or
good.
anything.
That's not
It's
my thing. I don't like that.
It's not super gory. It's very
Okay.
late. It's
Well,
very late
because,
in
you know,
its
like,
tone.
Studio 666 is a horror comedy.
Yeah.
And that the way they kill people is like really funny and not
Yeah.
it's not like Saw gross. It's like
No.
ridiculous funny. So
Very-
I just was see like would I be able to watch it without like feeling like I'm watching Saw?
Oh, exactly. And
Okay, cool.
shout to Lisa Leahy because she like recommended it. I should
Oh,
watch it.
rad. Hi
I got-
Lisa.
I got a few movies from the library. I picked up Tootsie, which I have
Great
not seen
movie.
in a while, with Dustin Hoffman, and then The Blackening, and then the other one I picked up was Emma with Anya Taylor-Joy and Mia Goth, and I've not seen
Okay.
that version. New movie
I
that
have
came
not.
out. There was that one that came out in the '90s with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then
not one
that
I'm
was
I'm interested in watching.
okay, fair enough there. And then there, of course, we all know Clueless as the other one, and
Oh yeah,
then Emma, this new one with Anya Taylor-Joy, is what I picked up. And it's a movie that I did start watching before The Blackening, but the audio was so screwed up on the disc, I ended up stopping that and going on to the
yeah.
Blackening. But support your local libraries, folks. All right. I'm in the middle of right now of reading Lolita. So yeah,
Nice.
support your libraries, folks. Yes, very cool. Are you watching anything else new, Ash, or anything shows or?
No. I mean, I'm just waiting for Bridgerton to come out on Friday.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I'm not really watching anything new. I got too much to do to sit around and watch too much stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
I'm on season 2 of Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, it's so good. What a ride.
And season 2 of The Great. So that's the two main shows I'm watching.
I did not ever get through season 2 of The Great. The first season was really good, and then I kind of fell off.
That's fair. No worries. But yeah.
It was a great show, though. I really liked it. I liked the characters. I liked the actors. It's just I got kind of bored.
Yeah.
So.
There. And then one last thing I'll talk about before we go is I watched a movie called Twist, and it
Twist?
TWIST. But I watched like this before the dawn. I watched like this different cut of the movie.
Yeah.
It was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and it starred Ella Fanning and Val Kilmer, one of like Val Kilmer's last roles
Aw.
that he made.
Love him.
Bruce Dern, but Val Kilmer plays this writer who writes about witches, and he goes to this town, and there's this murder mystery happening within the town. And Bruce Dern plays this cop that wants to have Val Kilmer write a story. It's beautifully shot, and that's it. It's really kind of a dull movie. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up right now, but I guess there's like 3 different.
Like, I don't know why I brought it up.
There's like 3 different cuts of the movie, and I watched the most recent, like the full cut. I guess there's like the full cut and then theatrical cut. I'm not curious about watching any of the cuts right now because it just wasn't that fascinating. It kind of reminded me of that that movie that we reviewed not too long ago, that 1408.
Okay. Oh yeah, you weren't a fan of that, really.
About the raider that comes to the hotel, but this is a raider that comes to this small town, and everything goes different when it becomes dark. And it's got vampires. There are like these goth kids.
It's not fun. That sounds like fun.
It would be fun, but it just runs so slow. It's an hour and 30 minutes, and yet it felt like it was longer than that.
Oh. There is a movie coming out that I do want to see.
Okay.
Well, okay. Real quick. We know that Beetlejuice is going to be out in the fall.
Yes.
Super excited for that. But Twisters.
Yes.
Doesn't that look so good?
I recently had my parents over to watch Twister. I know my parents, my sister and her family over to watch Twister in the theater downstairs.
Oh yeah, so good.
And it was so cool because my nephews, they're usually on their phones.
Yeah.
What's going on? But for this movie, they were just watching the movie. They were just fully invested in Twister.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait for Twisters. That looks really good. And I actually, what's that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was saying Twisters has that Glenn Powell guy.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things lately.
He's in that movie with Sydney Sweeney called Anyone But You.
Yep, I've seen that movie too. It's very funny.
Very funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Sydney
Sweeney. He does good. He does. You know what's great is Glenn Powell. He has the ability to be like the heartthrob guy, but he's also so funny. He's so good at being like funny. I love it.
Speak about Sydney Sweeney, because after SNL appearance, I don't believe no idea who this woman is. And after SNL appearance, I'm like, oh, she's cute as hell. God damn. wow. I look up other movies. I watched a movie of hers recently. What the fuck is that called now? And I'm just so bad. I'm seeing it in my head, and now Reality.
Okay.
Reality, where she plays the woman who I guess stole secrets about the government,
Mm-hmm.
and the FBI is coming to her house to find out what happened with that. Very good. She's as a really good actor in that. And I saw Madam Web, and I don't think Madam Web was that bad. It's
I didn't think
bad,
so either. It's
but
not. It's not bad. It's not Marvel level great, but it's not bad.
it's
It's
not
still.
bad.
It's a fun watch.
It was yeah. I had fine time watching it. I don't think I'll watch it ever again. But I was not like grating my teeth and like asking it for end to end. Like Twitched,
Right.
I was waiting for that movie to end. Like that movie just took forever. Madam Web was just okay, fine. I can enjoy my time watching this. It's a simple little feature right there. But yes, we will get together for sure to watch Beetlejuice, Twisters, and
I did
want
want
to
to
know.
see that. What?
I want to see that Kinds of Kindness movie as well.
Yes, that looks so good. I
Okay.
want to see that, but I also want to see the movie, and I don't know what it's called, and I haven't heard the best things about it, but it looks really good to me. Where those people go to stay at this house. I think they're there to like they break into this house to like to rob it, but the little girl who lives in that house is a vampire.
Abigail.
Abigail. Yeah, that looks good. That looks fun. That's like my kind of fun.
Okay, I think that was coming to streaming soon, so we'll keep a watch out for that one.
All right, cool.
But yeah, but anyways, folks, I'm gonna close things out right now because I gotta get going on my day. Thank you very much for watching this little live stream here, and we'll
Yay.
see you all very soon.
Bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.